Everybody doing today? My name is Dominic and I'm reporting at you live. We're going to be having another very important business meeting today. Always remember throughout this business meeting that I'm not a financial advisor. This video is made for entertainment purposes only. What we do here, we come here, we have a business meeting. The ultimate goal for the business meeting is to get rich. So go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, do all that down in the comments down below. And always remember that I'm not a financial advisor. These stocks are very risky. They're small caps. That means small market cap. And they're very risky. So always do your own due diligence, do your own homework. But you know how we do it around here. The ultimate goal is to get rich. So go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, do that, all that. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about GRWG stock, Grow Generation. They are one of the world's largest hydroponic supplier, right? So that's a big topic for the business meeting today. Trump came out today. He said the decision for marijuana rescheduling is coming in the next few weeks. All right. It's coming down in the next few weeks. He's 50-50 on it, but I think he's going to reschedule it because, I live in Michigan. It's legal here in Michigan. You go down to downtown Detroit. It's a big fest down there. All right. It's all you get. It's all you smell in downtown Detroit for the marijuana. It's all you smell down there. I think Trump's going to do it. Place a comment down below. Let me know what you think Trump's going to do, all right, with the marijuana. But let's go ahead and share the screen. Let's talk about the marijuana rescheduling from Donald Trump first, and then we'll talk about GRWG. All right, so we have President Donald Trump said Monday he is considering whether to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug and would decide in the next few weeks. He said, Trump said, I've heard great things having to do with medical, but I've also heard bad things having to do just about everything else but medical, he said. But, for pain and various things, I've heard some pretty good things, he said. But for other things, I've heard some pretty bad things, is what Trump had to say. But, we're going to be talking about this stock. It's the world's largest one of the world's largest hydroponic suppliers, okay? They just announced their earnings today. We're going to be discussing their earnings. I'm not going to go over full in depth. You guys can always go and look at the earnings yourself and let me know what you think about them. But here's their website. Like I said, one of the world's largest hydroponic suppliers. So go ahead and take a look at everything that they have to offer. If you're really interested in checking out all their products, go ahead and do it and let me know what you think. All right. But let's talk about their earnings from today. So Grow Generation reports second quarter 2025 financial results. The net sales of $41 million, up 14.7%. Proprietary brand sales rose 32% of cultivation and gardening revenue. Store operating expenses down 22.9% year over year. That is really good. Okay, so they've been closing down some of their stores to lower their operating expenses is what they've been doing. Okay. So net sales of $41 million, up 14.7% quarter over quarter. Proprietary brand sales as a percentage of cultivation and gardening net sales increased 32% compared to 21.5% in the second quarter of 2024. Gross profit margin of 28.3% compared to 26.9% for the second quarter of 2024. Store and other operating expenses declined approximately 22.9% to $7.9 million. Compared to $10.2 million for the same period in the prior year. That is really good. I love to see the store operating expenses declining, okay? Net loss was $48 million compared to a net loss of $5.9 million. Okay, so they lost less money, okay? Adjusted EBITDA loss of $1.3 million compared to a loss of $1.1 million for the same period in the prior year, and cash equivalents and marketable securities of $48.7 million and no debt. Okay. So the CEO had to say in the second quarter, Grow Generation delivered sequential improvements for revenue, gross margin, and operating expenses, clear indicators that our strategy is taking hold. We also improved adjusted EBITDA by $2.7 million quarter over quarter, reflecting the early impact of our cost control and margin improvement initiatives. We are building a leaner, more profitable, product-driven organization focused on business-to-business customers. Notably, proprietary brand sales grew to 32% of total cultivation and gardening revenue, underscoring the strength and momentum of our own brands. These brands include Charcoal, Drip Hydro, the Harvest Company, Ion LED Lighting, and most recently Viagrow, which they just acquired a few months ago. We remain on track to achieve our goal of proprietary brands to represent 35% of our segment sales by year end. All right. So go ahead and take a look over at their earnings for yourself. Like I said, it's a year-over-year improvement. But a big thing for me is that they're closing down their stores, that they're lowering their operating expenses, and they're pivoting towards a more of a online um, business to business portal for all of their customers, which are their customers. Most of them are marijuana growers, okay, like big manufacturers, okay. That's what their customers are. All right. That's why they're a huge company. So this is their stock, the all-time stock right here. Okay, so this is back in 2020. The stock went all the way up to almost $70 in 2020. Not saying that's going to happen again, but you know things can get crazy in the stock market. You know, I've seen things go crazy in the stock market, but who knows? I mean, never say never. All right. But let's go and take a look over the stock. Like I said, today it popped. It was trading at like $1 yesterday, or a few days ago, and the news came out about Trump with the marijuana rescheduling, and the stock jumped 20% today. All right, and then they just had those earnings, the year-over-year improvement on the earnings, and the year-over-year and the improvement on the earnings after hours made the stock keep going up in the after hours. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what it went up to in the after hours today. It went up to around, let's see here. I think it almost hit like $1.40, and it closed at around $1.25. Um, I mean, it's moving. That was pretty good. That's year over year improvement on earnings is good. That's really always good to see. And the operating expenses have been going down with the store closures. Um, Place a comment down below where you think this stock is going to go. Honestly, I want to know where you guys think this stock can go. Can it go to $5? Can it go to $10? Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. I mean, look at the room it has to go. And it's a turnaround story. They are closing down their stores. They're reducing their operating expenses. We can see it in their earnings, okay? You can see it in their earnings. They're reducing their operating expenses. They're closing down their, not all their stores, just some of their stores. They said they closed down 2 of them in the past quarter, and they plan on closing another 2 next quarter. So, like I said, place a comment down below. Let me know what you think, where the stock is going to go, how high you think it's going to go. And I just want to emphasize the store closures is a great thing, because I was involved in, I was invested in another company called Chico's Women's Clothing. They closed down like 300 of their locations to reduce their costs, and they became profitable. And their earnings were insane, like crazy insane. And ever since I started investing in them, their earnings just kept on going green every time, and because they reduced their operating expenses, and they ended up getting bought out for $1 billion. All right, that's what happened. So put a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the stock, GRWG, Grow Generation. Let me know what you think. Put a comment down below. And always remember, the ultimate goal for the channel is to get rich.